Yeah.
But I don't know what I'm going to do.
Good evening, good evening, good evening.
Because I lost everything when I lost the hard drive.
Did you? Wow. Hey, Carol, if you're still on. I didn't realise you'd lost everything.
Yep, I lost everything off hard drive. Hard drive broke, so I had to put a different hard drive in it.
Bloody
So I'm
hell.
having to reinstall Windows.
Oh, that's not good. Hey, who put been waiting? Where's it gone? Been waiting ages. Sorry, guys, I fell asleep. John's had to wake me up at 9:25. I was snoring my pretty little head off.
And having a nightmare. We're trying to sort something out for members for after we've finished on here. And I've gone on one that drives on PC.
You've broken it.
I broke PC. So, wait, I didn't break the PC, actually. Anybody that knows about PCs, there's two different types of drives. There's a HDD, which is now a drive, and SSD, which is no mechanical. The SSD drive's just gone. So it's lost Windows, it's lost everything. So luckily I got a spare hard drive. It's not an SSD, it's an hard drive. So I managed to put that in. Minute I'm installing Windows, but everything I got for tonight for members, I've lost.
So good evening, Scotty, Leah, Joe, Linda, Yolanda, Judith, Lisa, Andrew, Nita. Hope everybody's well this evening. So what we're going to be doing tonight, he'll sort it, Nita, he'll sort it. He always does. So what are we going to be doing tonight? Evening, Kelly. In fact, I just keep saying evening for a little minute while everybody's in and sorted and everything. So we are going to be doing something a little bit different. Hey, evening, Brad. Obviously, because the weather is really shitty outside, so we can't do a ghost hunt. I didn't want to do the tarots because we've got rain forecast for the weekend, so the tarot cards need to be done on a weekend. So yesterday, John ordered me a new book, and what it's called the Book of Answers. Now, what I do is I hold the book in the palm of my hand, like so. So I'll put Linda up first. She's first person to comment.
She didn't actually. Joe Mac put a comment up here.
Oh, did Joe Mac put a comment up? Hang on, Linda. My question is, right, so I will come back down to Linda. I'll have to find Linda's in a minute. So you have to take me back up if anybody keeps chatting. You're going to have to sort chat out. So what you do is with this book, I've cleansed the book, I've cleansed myself, and I've cleansed John. So what you do is I read your question and I have to imagine that question and you in my head. And then I have to run my finger up and down the book until I find the part in the book where I think would be comfortable. It's not guaranteed to give you the answers you need. Obviously, this is an experimental thing, but inside the book, it explains, let me see. Well, visualizing or speaking your question, once but place your hand. Intriguing and inspiring. The Book of Answers as the solution to your every question.
There's only a few words on each page, though, Scotty. It's not. It's like a little thing.
Your action. Oh no, that's part of it. So yeah. And on the back, it just tells you how to use it, and it also tells you on the inside page. Now, we've not seen anybody doing this as yet, so bear with us. So the question is it my birthday tomorrow? Has the spirits got any messages from? It is my birthday, right? So I'm thinking about Joe Mark, and I'm thinking about a question. I don't know if I can do it while I'm online like that. I've got to be careful because I sometimes pull the same page out. I was having a go with it earlier. So, for Joe Mike, my question is, it's my birthday tomorrow.
You, I hope you're better.
Has spirits got any message for me, please? And thank you. Whatever you're wanting to do at this moment, or needing, or think you need to do, the answer to your question is wait. So whatever it is you've got in your mind at the minute that you need to do, or you want to do, or you want to buy something, or you want to go somewhere, whatever it is, I don't think it's about wanting to go anywhere. I think it's about a big decision that Joe's got, that you need, whatever it is you're thinking of doing, Joe. The answer is wait. I hope that answers your questions, Joe. And
about any messages, so maybe she's got to wait for the message. Maybe it's not.
She's not ready for the message.
She's not ready for the message, or there's something that's got to happen before the message.
Yeah,
gets the message.
So that's for you, my lovely. Now just let me go back up to Lisa.
No, it were Linda.
Right, Linda. Sorry, Lisa. 2 minutes, Doc.
It's there.
So Linda. So Linda's question is, what is it I need to do to make my life a bit easier? What is it I need to do to make my life a bit easier? What is it I need to do to make life a bit easier? Don't overdo it is yours. So I feel at the minute, you may be overdoing things in life, or trying too hard, maybe not giving yourself enough time out, Linda. So the answer for you is don't overdo it, sweets. Make sure that you get me time and time to relax.
Think about yourself, not just about what other people.
Yeah, I have to agree. I have a question. A spirit kissed me on the forehead while I was sitting peacefully in my living room, or breathed on me. Who was it? You may not get that answer of who was it, but there might be something in the answer that comes out that will help you to know who it is, if that makes sense, Lisa. Lisa Jane Murphy. I have a question. A spirit kissed me on the forehead while I was sitting peacefully in my living room, or breathed on me. Who was it? A spirit kissed my forehead. Put the question back up, please.
I didn't know I took it down.
Yeah. A spirit kissed my forehead. To know who it was, please. So for me, the message from this energy would have been, this is a good time to make a new plan. So I don't know who would have been your go-to for advice, maybe, but the answers come up with, this is a good time to make a new plan. So to me, the energy that would be around you would be of somebody who would have advised you in life, but is no longer with us. That weren't a question. It were one higher up than that, Lisa's question.
Yeah, no, I put it back on. I've just took it off because you were answering it.
Oh, so yeah. So for me, that's the answer for that. This is a good time to make a new plan. So to me, the energy that's around you would be one of a loved one who would have gave you advice while they were
if there was something at that time you were thinking about doing, then maybe they were trying to push you that bit forward to go ahead with it.
Yeah. So everybody, put your questions in chat. I've done Lisa's.
You haven't done Lisa's.
I've done Lisa's. No. Oh, have I just done then?
Linda.
Oh, sorry. Lisa Jane Murphy. My question is, should I open my awareness up again? Should I? The answer is, to your question, Lisa, it is significant. So I don't know whereabouts you was in your awareness and how open you was, but it is significant. So this must be a big part of your life at some point or another, because you've put, should I open my awareness? So for me, I think it's just a sign saying, a message saying to you that, yeah, you should. reopen it. Maybe this time protect your energy a little bit more, do a bit more meditation, or do things a little bit differently than you did before. As because we don't know the reason why you shut down, that's personal to you. So yeah, I hope that answers your question. Who's next? Nita.
I might have to go to the bottom, you know, and people might have to re-put.
It's all right. Oh, I see what you mean, because we've got new people coming in.
Yeah.
Well, leave me Nita's on. Go to the bottom. Keep putting your questions, guys, because if I don't see them, we've got to scroll to the bottom of the screen.
That's good, Sandy. That you were that you were
tested negative. That's really good. So yeah, you just gonna, if I don't come to you, please put in your question at bottom of the screen. Just keep re-putting it, and we'll go with a question at top. It's easy. It's like that when I do tarots. I've got to go from top. Nita, my question is there something I need to know at this time?
Come on, then. Come here. That dumb dog. And you, Beth, no, I'm not at the minute. I ain't got
for you, Nita. So again, I don't know what's going off in your life and whether you can connect to this message, but the message for you is the best solution may not be the obvious one. So I don't know what's going off around you, but maybe look out of the box a little bit more for some answers to something that's going off in your life. Something you're
struggling with it, you can't sort, or you don't know where to go with it.
Yeah. Look outside the box a little bit more for me, because the obvious one you're looking at, maybe the best solution may not be the obvious. I hope that makes sense. Leah?
I can't stand your computer.
Leah, is it the right time for me to move house? Is it the right time for Leah to move house? Is it the right time for Leah? Interesting, Leah. For me, it says not if you're alone. So again, I'm not sure if this message would be significant to you, or if it's something that you're planning on doing on your own. But yeah, not if you're alone is a message. What would you read from that? For moving house. I mean, to me, does it mean, it might mean for me this, if you and your partner or whoever you're moving into the house, wanting to move to a new property with, if they're not 100% decided or you're not 100% decided, wait. I think that's what this message would relate to me. Not if you're alone, like it's one person making the decision. If there's two of you, Leah, so if you're living on your own, or living with parents, or living with whoever, and you're thinking of maybe going out on your own, maybe it's not the right time to do it on your own. Maybe wait to do a house share with somebody, or I don't know, that kind of line for me. I think that would be more what that's meaning, not if you're alone. If anybody's had a question, evening Ange, evening Gemma, evening Debbie, evening Tracy, if anybody's got a question, pop it into chat, but give me some feedback on what these means, on what the answers represent. So Joyce, my question is, have I made the right decision? So Joyce, has Joyce made the right decision? Joyce, for you, it is certain. So for me, again, that would be a validation that your decision is the right decision to have been done at the time, because it is certain. So whatever the decision must have been, it must have been something that you've thought long and hard about. It's not something that you've just jumped in to do. So yeah, you've made the right decision, my love. Like, it is certainly the right decision for you at this time. Who's next with a question? Have I missed anybody? Well, my chat's gone up. Nita, yes, that makes a lot of sense. Thank you. You're welcome, my lovely. Debbie. So Debbie's asking, will I get back into work? So again, I'm going to start at the top. Will Debbie get back into work? I don't know what this message means, but it's press for closure. So is this something that's been stopping you going out to work, Debbie, that you're needing closure for? If it's possible that something may have happened that's unbalanced you? Not, and by unbalanced, I don't mean unbalanced like in a bad way. I'm meaning like, is there anything that's caused you to come out of work due to somebody else's behavior or something like that? Because it's saying press for closure. So if there was something that wasn't right in your last job that you had, find that closure for it, put it behind you, because that's going to stop you from getting back into work in future, my sweet. So for me, find that closure to what happened before or to what happened in your life that you need closure for. And then once you've got that, then you'll be opening doorways and opening yourself up to allow opportunities to come into your space, if that makes sense, my lovely. Tracy. Are my hands ever going to get stronger? So Tracy's asking, Tracy Stevens, are my hands ever going to get stronger? Don't overdo it. There you go. You can see your question. I don't know if you can see it. So I don't know if the minute, Tracy, you're overdoing it with your hands, trying to run before you can walk. I don't know whether you're not listening to physio and not doing some of the physio that you should be when you're at home, or you're overdoing it to do too much of the physio. And you're overdoing it, because this is telling you to not overdo it. So again, for me with this one, listen to your body, listen to what advice you're being given, and follow their instructions. Don't come off it and think, oh, well, I can start shopping in this hand because it's better than my other hand, or I can start carrying stuff that you shouldn't be carrying, for me. So for me, that's rest up a little bit more. Don't push, don't rush it to be ready before your hands aren't healed enough, if that makes sense, sweets. Question from Ange. Bottom. Thank you, Lindsay. I lost my job due to COVID. I've been out of work for 4 years. It wasn't the best place for me. I didn't fit in. There you go, my lovely. So it's finding that closure. Ange has got a question. I had to deal with something today that was out of my comfort zone. Did I deal with it correctly? Question. A question for Ange. No, Ange had to deal with something today that was out of her comfort zone. Did she deal with it correctly? Did Ange deal with what happened today that took her out of her comfort zone? Did she deal with it correctly? So for this one, Ange, it says it would be better to focus on your work. So I don't know what situation is that's going off. But with this one saying it will be better to focus on your work, I think as it's meaning, start focusing on a different situation, and removing yourself from the situation you're in. Start putting yourself first, before others, and doing what's right for you. But maybe now not the time to be, I don't know if this were to do with a person or whether this is to do with something completely off track. But yeah, it's just telling you to focus on your work. So focus on your life, instead of focusing on the situation in hand that's you're having to deal with. I hope that makes sense for you, my sweets. Evening, Jules, Lorna, Claire. So Claire's put, will I ever defeat my demons? So will Claire ever defeat her demons? Will Claire ever defeat her demons? For yours, Claire, it's put keep an open mind. So for me, this is more a personal thing to you. Keep an open mind. I think it's not meaning keep an open mind as in keep an open mind. For me, this is more of stop allowing the demon thoughts or the demon actions, whatever it is, to come in, and keep more of an open mind. So stop worrying about things before they've happened. Stop overthinking things and just go with the flow. I think this means, because, and keep that open mind in that, just because it's something that you've not done before, try it and give it that chance to work, to help, instead of just shutting it straight down straight away as soon as it comes in. I hope that makes sense for you. Hey, Gillian, my lovely. Hey, Antoinette. Thank you, Mel. Ange, good evening. Should have put a comma after joining and Lindsay. What's that mean? Is that for me, Yo-Yo? No. Oh, I thought I'd done some. Oh, you should have put yes. Yeah. Hey, Angela. Gemma. Are you back now?
Yeah.
Bloody hell. Do you know he's up and down like a bloody yo-yo?
I'm making sure.
So who's got any more questions? Only been watching 5 minutes. What's the book, please? It is called The Book of Answers. So if anybody's got a question, pop a question about life in general, not silly things like, can I have an ice cream tonight? That's just a silly question. I mean, I could always ask it for you. Drop my kid. No worries, Scotty. That's all right.
Come on,
Evening, Jen. So yeah, you just have to ask a question about things that are going off in your life at the minute, or something you want an answer to. I mean, if you want to see if there's a loved one in spirit, if they want to come, if they've got a message to give you. So there's all things like that. I've got a book like that, but it's Angel Answers. Yeah, I think there's loads of them about. Evening, Janet, my lovely. I've just seen a lady's name and I didn't recognize it, and I'm just looking for it. Jules, Lorna, Joe. German Joe, Steve, Yolanda, Janet. Is Lisa happy? I shall find out, my sweets. I mean, honestly, my personal answer to that would be yes, Lisa is happy. But we shall ask the question for you, my lovely. So Janet Ross is asking, is Lisa happy? Janet Ross, is Lisa happy? Janet Ross. So for you, this answer's come up and it says, focus on your home life. So for me, Janet, the answer to your question would be, yes, she's happy, but she's wanting you to focus on your home life and things that are going off at home, and stop whittling about Lisa, if that makes sense to you. I don't know whether Lisa is alive or passed, but for me, you must have a lot going off at home, Janet, as well. And I think the worry for Lisa, and it's not meant in a bad way, the response for your question, but focusing on things that are happening on your home life and around you, and stop worrying, because everything's going to be okay. Or if she did, you know what I mean. So I hope that makes sense, my sweets. Hey, do you know, Jen, you're up and down like a bride's nightie. And can you ask if my grandma has a message, please? Yeah, I can ask that, Ange. Does Ange's Nanan have a message for her? Does Angie's grandma have a message for her? And if it is, can you stop? Make me feel when I need to stop. Does Angie's grandma have a message for her? So I don't know what you've been thinking about with your nana, with your grandma, or speaking to your grandma about, but her reply is doubt it. Not as in, like if you said, Marjorie's gonna have a drink of tea for the first time in her life. A response would be, I doubt it. She only drinks coffee. That kind of thing. So again, I'm not sure whether you've been having a conversation in your head or you've actually asked the question from her and she's come back with the answer. Doubt it. But yeah, and I hope that makes sense to you, my lovely.
That is so her.
That is so her. I can ask that question. Did my dad make it? To me, Lisa, we all make it to the other side. My personal opinion is we all made it to the other side. So what I would ask, I'm not going to, is to ask the question as your dad got a message for you, rather than did he make it to the other side? Because the answer is yes. Whatever the other side is, whatever, just take comfort, and everybody take comfort in their loved ones. Once they've crossed over, no matter what people have done in life, no matter how bad, how good, when we cross over, our energies go to places where we need to, when we need to stand up to what we've done, for how we've treated people, for things like that. So I believe there's different pockets on the other side, and you'll go in at where you need to go in, if that makes sense. So just let me ask this question. Lisa Jane, as my dad, just bear with me, guys. I've just got to I've just put that one up. And I need Lisa's back up. I do apologize. There we go. Does my dad have a message for me? And I'm going to ask, did he make it to the other side? Okay. So again, for me, his passing would be correct. And your dad's reply to, because I said, has he got a message for you? And his replies come back as, it would be better for you to focus. It would be better to focus on your work. So for me, there's other things your dad wants you to be focusing on, instead of focusing on whether he's okay, or whether he's on the right side, or whether he's gone to heaven, or to wherever your beliefs take it, Jane. So to me, your dad's telling you to stop worrying. He is okay. And you need to start, if it's a recent loss, or if it's whatever, where it doesn't matter whether it were 30 years ago, the loss, or whether it were 2 weeks, whatever, start dealing with the grief and start focusing on your life now. He's there watching, and yeah, that's what he's going to continue to do. But his answer is, it would be better for you to focus on your work, my sweet. That one now. We're on Laura next. Oh, hang on. What's my mum think of family split?
You have to do that one after.
I'll do that one after, Joyce. Laura, may I ask a question, please? Is there any messages for loved ones in spirit? Laura Hamilton. Is there any message for Laura Hamilton, from loved ones in spirit? Is there a message that you need to get across to Laura? Don't know what this would mean. It seems assured. So I don't know whether assured means like a yes and everything's going to be okay. So something that's
for me, it
meant
seems
to
assured
happen.
is they definitely have, and they are actually giving you messages. Whether you'll notice them or not is a different matter. But for me, they're there, and they are giving you a sign that they're there.
Yeah. Well, yeah, there you go, Laura, my lovely. Joyce wants to know what a mom thinks of the family split. I don't know what this means or how that, but it says if you don't resist. So I don't know whether that's sort of like saying to resist something, whether that's to say to stop. If there is a disagreement within the family, well, obviously the family split, don't get involved in it. Try not to involve yourself and stay impartial. I think for me that'd mean if you don't resist. So yeah, I think if you try to
don't take sides.
Yeah, don't just sit on the fence and be fair with everybody rather than jumping on one side to other. Remember, there's always three sides to a story. There's their side, the other side, and then the truth somewhere in that middle. And it's sometimes difficult to get to the truth when things have gone off. So yeah, I hope that makes sense, my lovely. Hey, Jodie. Evening, everybody joining that's late. Joe, is the course I'm on going to help me in the long run, please? So I'm going to let you do this in a minute because you've cleansed, haven't you? So you can do your finger dart book.
Ooh.
Joe Mac, is the course I'm on going to help me in the long run, please? Is the course Joe Mac's on going to help her in the long run? Well, Joe, it says it will affect how others see you. So to me, in a positive light, whatever this job is, it's going to affect you to how others see you. So maybe if people have seen you as, for me, this job's going to, this new course you're doing is going to be life-changing for you, I think. And I think those around you are going to see you in a different light. I don't know, maybe like be more positive around her. Might be more jealous. They could be jealous, but it will affect how others see you. So yeah,
don't mean it's gonna be in a bad way though.
No, I always look for positive. So for me, I think people will be proud of you. So I do think what this course is doing is going to
improve you.
Improve you as a person.
And how others see you.
And yeah, in how others see you, but all in a good way. So yeah, evening Maverick, hope you're well. Wouldn't even know what to ask you. Open up new doors, yes, similar, something like that, wouldn't it? Yeah. But yes, so I find this interesting. Just on how this book works. I think it's really
it's interesting.
It is interesting. It's a very good, like you said, a very good experiment as such. Me personally, I'm one that believes in stuff like this. I believe that if we ask a question, the universe will give us answers. May not come when we're needing them, but it will definitely come.
It may not be what we want, but it's what we need.
What we need, yeah. Gillian's got a question. Oi, Nanny Lynn. Why do I keep seeing things out the corner of my eye in my home, but when I look, there's nothing or no one there? Let's see. Does Gillian keep seeing things out the corner of her eye in her home?
Got it today, Antoinette. But it's on a learning curve.
So to me, The answers come up and it says, to ensure the best decision, be calm. And I think the part that's sticking out to me is the be calm part. So I think what you're seeing is loved ones just coming in and letting you know that they're okay in their own way. And I think reason why you'll be catching them out at corner of your eye is because they don't really want to be seen, but they just want to be around you still. And I think that's what they're doing. But be calm about it. There's nothing there, anything untoward. But it's just family members just popping in just to let you know. I think you're asking them questions. And I think when you're asking questions like, are you okay? I wish I could see you one more time, or things along those lines, when you're seeing them, to ensure the best decision, to be calm. And to me, that's their best way of communicating, is by coming in and you're seeing the things. But to me, it's a positive, and it's just your family letting you know that they're okay. But there is no negativity coming in there, my lovely. New comments. It's funny because I'm sure I was guided to it by spirit, because I found it wrong when asking what to do next. It's a dramatic course because I'm looking to work from home. Does this book have a page? If so, read 145 for me, as that's in my head. There isn't, Maverick. There isn't any numbers on pages. But what I can do, how would I do that for Maverick? Would you just run your finger up and down?
No.
There's no page numbers. You're never going to count out 100 and...
I am. What are you talking?
John's going to count out 145 pages, Maverick, to read for you. First time I've ever seen this book. I like how it can bring people a bit of comfort or encouragement. Yeah, Jules, I agree with that. I think it's really interesting. I can't believe John's going to count out all these pages just for Maverick. Oh, but do you know what? Page 145 could have a really significant meaning for Maverick to have just come in and watched, to have that number coming into his head. That could actually be the message from a loved one, meaning that we've got to do so. Or it could be just a message for Maverick for a life question. So it's going to be really interesting to see what comes up for Maverick. But yeah, to me, I think these books have got a lot of power. I think it's like tarot readings. I think, see, to me, no tarot reading should be negative. It always should be positive in a tarot reading, because even if it's a difficult situation, there's always a positive outcome. There's always light at the end of that tunnel. So yeah, it's interesting how you're working the book with what you do with tarot. It's got that sort of connection. I mean, this is one of the reasons where I asked Jon to come in and sit with me tonight, because how my brain works is when I'm looking at the tarots, I've got the pictures I can work from. I've got little things that stand out to me on the card. And obviously with a book, there is no pictures. It is just right. It's just whatever sentence that they've put in there on that page. And sometimes I can get tongue-tied with my words, and I don't know what some of the words mean, or I know what they mean, but I don't know how to pronounce them, or I don't know where it comes from. So I said to Jon, would he mind coming in and sitting with me, and inputting his inputting. Jon's really good at doing tarot readings. He's just not ready to come online and do it. Maybe I can push him to do a couple of members to start with, because he genuinely is really good. So yeah, so at least this is one way of getting me and Jon working together, because eventually I would want to come on doing tarots with Jon. So I do tarots and Jon, like we do, one does one and then one does the next one, and so on and so on. So yeah, it's going to be interesting. Thanks, sweetheart. I'm not scared, but was wondering if it was someone who used to live here, but comforting knowing it's family. I've seen Steve's put in a question, so I will go back up to it. I think I need a tarot reading. No worries, Antoinette. You can always book in for a reading with me, my sweets. You are a wonderful man. Thank you, Jon. thank you for being the great and wonderful you. John, you are wonderful, man.
Thank you.
Right, have you got it for Maverick?
No, there's only 144 pages.
Wow.
No, they're in. I'm only kidding. There's loads.
So have you found it then?
145, page 145. Now, I've not gone from start. I've gone from the start, 145th quote in the book. And for you, Maverick, it says, you'll need to consider other ways. So maybe there's a situation that you're trying.
Or something you're looking at doing.
And you just need to consider, again, look out that box, think a different way.
So if you've not succeeded the first time, doesn't mean that you're not going to succeed by looking down a different path into it. So I hope that makes sense, Maverick. You'll have to let me know in chat. I'd love for you to do my cards, John, says Jody.
Oh, well, one day. I'm just, like I say, at minute, I'm just
looking for Steve. Steve put, there we go. Why does tarot include a death card? The death card actually is a new beginnings card. Yeah, the death card
just put Sophie death card.
An chapter rather than actual death. Thank you, Scotty. So Steve Lilly, why are the spirits in my house still here? Why are the spirits in Steve's house still there? Why are the spirits in Steve's house? So the answer that's come up is never. So fitting that into your question is never. I don't think.
Maybe it's, as in spirits, it's more. It's not like it's spirits. You know, it's spirit, it's family, it's loved ones coming to visit you rather than it being
strangers. Instead of it being. So what I'm going to do, Steve, because it come up with never, I think for me that's saying that they're never there. So I think the spirit who you think it isn't them. I think the energies what are in your house are connected to more yourself and Jodie than the property or land. For me, but because they've said never.
No, it's similar to tarot cards in a way.
So I'm just going to do this quick one, Angela, and then I'll come to you. So
it's a bit similar to tarot cards, but it's a book.
He wants to know if there's a message on this one. From the spirits around his home. Message. So the answers come up to is there a message for this from the spirits around you in your home? And it says it is sure to make things interesting. I think the energy you've got around your home, I think it may be a family member or a couple of family who would have been practical jokers in life. I think for me that's
keeping
they're keeping you on your toes. It's like they still want to play. If they played pranks on you or jokes on you in life, they are still doing that in spirit. So I hope that makes a little bit of sense for you, my lovely. Angela, I would like to know when my life will take a positive turn again. Do you want to have a go with both?
No, because I might get that one that you just went to. It might say never.
I would like
and I'm not reading that out.
When my life will take a positive turn again. Angela Michael would like to know when her life will take a positive turn again. Tell someone what it means to you. So I think for your life, for your life to take that positive turn you're wanting, you need to start opening up a little bit, Angela, and talking to people, letting them know how what things mean to you, what they mean to you. Rather than keep everything closed to your chest.
Maybe that's why if you're feeling your life's not going in a positive direction at this minute, maybe it's because you're not communicating with people and telling them, what things mean to you or how. And if you do that and you open up to people around you, then maybe your life, or you're more likely then for your life to take a positive turn because they'll understand what your needs as well.
Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense, and that would mean I have a grandparent from each side of the family with me. There you go, Steve. So that's the energies who are around you. So yeah, but I do feel a bit of pranksters coming in from energies around you. So yeah, anybody else got any questions that they want to ask? If you're just joining, please ask.
I do apologise that I keep popping in and out, but if you did miss the start.
Because he's going on members after this.
I'm supposed to be going on members after this.
Well, you'll have to take laptop upstairs.
I don't know what I'm doing yet. I've lost everything on computer.
Well, you just have to go on and just talk.
My hard drive broke on computer, so I've had to put a different hard drive in, but I've lost everything that were on the hard drive. So I've now got to reinstall Windows, but I'm downloading all drivers now and updates.
Thought about a question, got about 1 million. Put them in, Melody.
So I am
if you've got a question, sweets, put them in. There's no limits on what questions people can ask. You can ask more than one. Obviously, I'll be going through list. But will my dog be okay? Oh, Judith, bless. Oh, I'm sending you loads of love and loads of healing for your fur baby, my lovely. So Julie just asking, will her dog be okay? She's in a coma. Julie's dog be okay. She's in a coma. Right, Judith. The answer that's come up is there is a substantial link to another situation. So I'm not sure whether she's gone into the coma with one thing and it's going to turn out that it's another thing that that needs to be looked at, that needed to be
another thing that needs to be treated.
Yeah, for it to come back. So you might find after vets have done some tests and done what they need to do, they may come back with a substantial link to another situation that's going on, maybe. But keep us updated, my lovely, and let us know what vet says and everything. And our prayers are with you, my sweets. We know what it's like to have a fur baby. They're your family, aren't they? They're part of they're part of everything. So I hope that helps, my lovely. Nanny Lynn, will I have a new level of my spiritual journey? And then Diane's Nita's put in, and Diane. So will I have a new level of my spiritual journey, Nanny Lynn? Linson asked, will I have a new level of my spiritual journey? New level of the spiritual journey. I think it says, don't be ridiculous, woman. A new level of your spiritual journey. Nanny Lynn, I believe that we're always on a spiritual journey, but I believe that don't be ridiculous means that you're in the right place where you need to be on a spiritual level at the moment.
Or it could be, why are you asking? Because you know you are.
Could be, yeah, it could be that. Don't be ridiculous. It could be a sarcastic remark, that, Nanny Lane, as if but then to me, that's the same answer as what I've just said. We are always on a spiritual journey. When you're working with energies, and you do the things that we do, whether it's tarots, crystals, or anything like that, it is a constant learning, and you go from different levels. The more you work with it, the more confidence you bring, the more everything. So Nanny Lane, stop being ridiculous. You're always going to be on a journey, my lovely. But maybe at the minute where you need to be is where you're supposed to be, if that makes sense to you, sweets. Nita, is my eldest well and safe? Nita wants to know if her eldest is well and safe. Is Nita's eldest well and safe? Is Nita's eldest well? Oh, the fingers in it there. So it says startling events may occur as a result. So to me, this is saying that whatever your eldest is up to, there is going to be, and it's not the startling. The startling for me would be a surprise. A surprise event may occur as a result of something that he's doing or involved with, whether it's work or relationship. I can't be sure because I don't know where he is in his life. But yeah, a startling event may occur as a result. And to me, that is going to be something really positive. You're going to get the news of something good. So to me, he is well and safe, but he's also, or he or she is also doing something that is going to be like life-changing for them, if that makes sense, Nita. Diane, and then just going down bottom. Sorry, I had a call, page 145, maybe me and my girlfriend buying a house. We didn't get the one we wanted. Maybe, Maverick, maybe. Good luck to you, though, if you do get it. Diane, is there any messages from loved ones in spirit for Diane Whittaker? Is there any message from loved ones in spirit for Diane Whittaker? So this one has come up, and it says, don't be concerned. And for me, for this one, to don't be concerned, it means to stop worrying. Your loved ones are with you daily and are giving you messages and signs. And I believe, Diane, you know this, and I think that their response back to you again is don't be concerned, is stop worrying about things that don't need to be worried about, because as loved ones are always with us. So yeah, to me, just embrace what whose energies you know are around you, and don't worry, because they'll always be there for you. They're not going anywhere. Just because they're physically not here for us, they're here for us on a different level, if that makes sense to you, my lovely. You get the house. Any messages from loved ones in spirit for Antoinette? Is there any messages for a loved one in spirit for Antoinette? Explore it with playful curiosity. So again, for me, I think whatever you're doing at the minute, playful curiosity, don't take it too serious. Whatever's going off around you at the minute, the message from your loved ones is don't take it too seriously. Playful curiosity will get you a long way, rather than curiosity killed the cat kind of thing, if that makes a bit of sense to you, Antoinette, my lovely. Jen, Jen One, is Jen heading in the right direction in her life, please? Is Jen heading in the right direction in her life, please? Is Jen heading in the right direction in her life, please? Oh, it's there. If you don't resist, so stop putting them barriers up, and stopping yourself from doing opportunities. Stop resisting things that are coming your way. Start being more open to possibilities coming in around you, and you will see the right direction for you will present itself. So the question is yes, but just stop blocking things, and stop resist. Don't resist it. So when you feel the urge of temptation to do something or go somewhere, listen to your gut. And if your gut says go for it, go for it. Stop resisting things. Stop saying no, I can't do this because I'm saving for that, or no, I can't do that because I'm doing such and such. I can't do it. Don't resist it. Start allowing it, allowing yourself to start embracing things, because that's the direction that your path will take you anyway. So you're always on the right path. It's just about making the right choices. So don't keep yourself away from anybody. Joyce. Joyce, is my sister going to be okay? Joyce Phillips, is my sister going to be okay? Is my sister going to be okay? So, I think at the minute, is your sister going to be okay? The what's come up is others will depend on your choices. So I don't know whether the minute, because your sister, I don't know if she's poorly, I don't know what her situation is, but maybe because you're going to have to be like, I don't know if you're going to have to be like an advisor for her family, but people around your sister will be depending on you, and your choices and decisions that you're going to make is going to be based on them, and the choices you're going to make and the decisions you're going to make, whatever you decide, again, will be the right decision at that time. So don't ever think that you've not done the right thing, because you have. But others, but some people may need to depend on you a little bit more. Maybe ask you a little bit of advice. So just be open and ready, Joyce. I know that you'll be welcoming with open arms anyway, but others will depend on your choices. So yeah, I think that's just saying, just make sure you're there to help and support your sister's family also, which I'm sure you do anyway, my lovely, because yeah, they're going to be depending on you for some of the choices. So yeah, don't know if that answers your question, but again, like we said, it's what we need to hear, not what we want to hear, kind of thing. Oh, Melody's got a question. My question. Let's have a look. My question is: should we be taking more protective moves? My mother-in-law's dementia, financial, and her driving, etc. So, should Melody James be taking more protection with the moves to do with her mother-in-law's dementia, financial situation, and her driving, and anything else that's going off in her life? Does Melody need to take more precautions with her mother-in-law to deal with the financial, driving, and dementia? So at the minute, it says that's out of your control. So I don't know how far her dementia has gotten her, because if she can still drive, then she's still capable at the minute to make certain decisions, whether it's financial. What I would to say that, because it's saying that that's out of your control. So maybe it might mean that there's another member of family that's going to be sorting it, or what it might mean for me personally. I think this means that she's still okay to make certain decisions. She's in the early stages of dementia. I'm not sure. But to me, she's still got control over some things in her life, so she knows what she wants to do and what she doesn't want to do. It's just the confusion starting to come in. But what you can do is advise. So if you sat talking and she's in that mood where the communication can go, you could bring up about driving, about financial situations with that, and see what she wants to and see what she wants to put in place. Always ask it. Never. I think what I learned with my pop, because he started with Parkinson's and then dementia settled in, and I think what I noticed with that at first is, just because they've got into early stages of dementia doesn't mean that they still haven't got a voice. And working in the care sector as well, a lot of people take their voice away from them, and they can still make a cup of tea, but they might get confused and put 4 tea bags in instead of 1. Do you know what? It's a penny a tea bag. And I think that, so it's allowing her to still make those decisions while she can, because at the minute it's out of everybody's control. Because so to me it would be probably just sitting down, talking to her and seeing what she wants to do further down the line. Obviously some people don't accept that they've got dementia. And they'll say that they're fine and blah, 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 and everything else. But what you need to do then is you need to like say to them and say, look, if anything should ever happen, blah, 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 is there anything you need to put in place now to make sure that everybody's covered, whether it's by a will side, whether it's that she wants everything to go to a charity, whether things are going to grandkids. Like my nan's given me a ring, but she's had to put it in a will that I get this certain ring because it's do you know what I mean? So it's really more or less talking to her on that adult level, because remember, even though they've got dementia, they're still adults. Even though they can act quite childish and spit dummy out a little bit more, because it's because their mind's telling them you can't, your body can't do this. You know, the mind's confused, but the body's not. So the body still wants to do things kind of way. So just be a little bit more open to asking questions. Lindsay, please, if I will ever know. So Laura Hamilton wants to know, will she ever find out the real truth on who her biological father is? She's tired of being lied to for 57 years now. It's getting up to an age in 90 to 84 years. Will Laura ever find the truth on who her biological father is? Will Laura ever find the truth on who her biological father is? So this one says remain flexible. So I think to me, it's not going to give. There's not going to be no straight answer or anything like that. But I think it's just remain open-minded. It says flexible, but for me, it's more open-minded. Just remain open-minded and keep asking the questions you need to ask. Try and look for maybe different people who would have been in your dad's life at that time, or any information you've got, even if it's a school that he went to, or any information you've got. Instead of going direct to the people, if you're not getting the answers you want, try and look who would have been involved with them round about that time, because you never know when it might come up. But remain flexible, remain open-minded, because do you know what? There's always that you will, the truth always comes out, Laura, at some point or another. I just hope it's sooner rather than later for you. So Shazza, is everything going to be okay on Sunday? 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 Okay. Only do it once. So I don't know what's happening on Sunday, but it's saying only do it once. So maybe what this is saying by only do it once is that it's going to be a good day, whatever's happening Sunday. But it might, I don't know, you might decide you're going to do it more. It might be more stressful than you think come Sunday. I don't know what's happening Sunday, but only do it once. How would you say to that one? Would you say the same? Mm-hmm. Just see how it goes on Sunday. It may be a little bit too much for you, but let me know and we'll find out on Sunday. Ask her things happen. So I think I'm going to call it there. We've been going an hour, so I would have done an hour on tarot. It is Melody. I wish I could offer words of comfort, but it's awful. I can only offer love and understanding. It's a difficult situation, isn't it? So I'm going to put the book down now. It is a difficult situation when as loved ones, friends, obviously age comes with a price. Yeah, I mean, it was so difficult for me, Melody, when my granddad got dementia, obviously, and then I think he got Parkinson's first. So it was the shaking, and then the dementia's come up. Thumbs up, sissy. Evening weenies. Yeah, for me, it were more the confusion. It were little things at first, and it were little things that got to me. But then when it were like you say, we were driving, and he nearly killed us in car because he were driving. We'd come to when you come to crossroads in a road and white lines for stopping, he went straight through. And because he didn't realise that he thought it was just a straight road because he couldn't. His brain didn't focus that actually it were a crossroads. So yeah, it got to a point where we had to just take his car keys, which were very hard to do. Or what we used to do is I think my mum used to drive him around a lot. So if they ever wanted to go anywhere, my mum would say, "Oh well, I'll drive." Blah de blah de blah, and she'd make an excuse of why she'd need to take her car out. Like she'd said to me, "Pop, I need air putting in my tires, and I don't know how to do it." Even though when they got to the petrol station, my pop used to help her put the air in the tires. He didn't really know what he was doing then, but they just played along. So it's like still involving them, but making sure that you put things in place, Melody, so they don't feel like you're taking over. It's like just trying to look at a situation and do it different, slightly different. So if it means that you want to drive her or your partner or somebody, you want to get somebody else in to drive for her, just make her feel like you need help with car, you need help doing something. Because with the word the help, it sort of like triggers their brain into not thinking that they're not being allowed to do something. They're just helping by doing it. But it does make a great deal of difference with people with dementia if you ask them for help, because they are so helpful, and they don't feel like they're being shot down either. Do you know, it's so difficult. It's so hard. I'm always here, Melody. Scott shout out. Scott we shouted out. Is that our Scott, or is it another Scott? So much I tried to be flexible. I was hoping to get answers from my mum's best of friends. Really thought I would get the answer, but no, mate. Kay passed away about a year ago. So you know what you need to do? Find out who, if you can, try and find some friends of Katie's who may have been Kay's past. Try and find out some friends that would have been around them at the same time. Because maybe there's more answers to come from that area. You've just not found the right person to connect with, because obviously Kay would have been best friends with your mom, but normally you've got like a pack of different best friends. So you've got your work colleagues that you're best friends with, and you've got your best friend out of work, your best friend from school and stuff like that when you've got kids growing up. So just keep asking in that circle of friends, see if you can find anybody else, because I'm sure there's somebody out there that's got answers for you, sweets. And there was a bloke crossing at the zebra crossing with a baby. She drove straight through, and she said she never saw him. That's what that will like my granddad were. That will like my pop were. And it's heartbreaking, but that's when you need to start trying to get a driver in. So put a flat tire on a car so she can't drive a car, as daft as it sounds. Tell her that she's got a flat tire. Whether she'd try to drive it with a flat tire, that's another thing. You can always put a steering lock on car, or try and get I think you can get an immobilizer, can't you, for cars? If you take it in somewhere, you can actually get an immobilizer. So what you could do is get an immobilizer on a car, so a car won't actually start, or take something out of engine, so the car doesn't actually start. So when she gets in the car, she can't drive it, but she thinks the car's broken. And you just have to tell her that you just have to keep saying, well, we're going to get it fixed. We're going to get it fixed, or they ain't got parts. And just do it that way, because eventually the focus will change onto something else. It's awful, but yeah, there's certain things you do need to do, because it's the care of them as well. Because not only could she hurt somebody else, but she could have hurt herself as well. And I'm not saying in that situation it would have been, but I'm looking in a different situation. She might have gone to turn left thinking that she was supposed, and gone straight into a brick wall because there weren't a left turn. Yeah, do you know what I mean? So it's the safety aspect of it. So, but right, guys, I hope you've enjoyed tonight. I hope you enjoyed the book of answers. I hope it's helped with your questions that you've asked. I hope it's brought you a little bit of clarification. So we shall, evening, Sheila. So we shall see you later on. I think John's going to see if he can sort out going up members. He may have to use my computer.
I think that one's nearly done, but it just,
so it might be in about 15-20 minutes, but things might not be happening the way it seems, just because he's lost everything on hard drive. Yes, Mum, I've reached out to 3 sisters just last week. I'm trying to reach Bro Rob. They were also close, and I'm hoping that there'll be plenty of secrets shared. Trust me. But just said to him, look, it don't matter whether it's good or bad. I just need it for closure. Yeah, try and reword your questions that you're answering, that you need the closure in your life, kind of thing. So thank you, Carol. It was that. Yeah, I think it's been interesting. I've quite enjoyed tonight. Hey, Catherine, hope you're well, my sweet lady. Right, guys, we are heading off now, so we shall see you. I'll see you all in the morning for chit chat.
And I'll see members in a bit.
Yeah, John's asleep in the morning. So see you in members shortly. Take
soon.
care.
Bye.
Bye.